everyone!
Hello!
Welcome back to our channel. I'm Nikki.
And I'm Rachel, and we're the Stitch Sisters.
We have another What We Love this week for you today. And it's been a funny week because we've been in the Easter holidays, so the kids have been home and hubbies have been here, there and everywhere.
Yeah.
And so it's been a bit of a peculiar week. So have you got much to talk about today?
I have actually, yeah, I've got loads to talk about. I didn't think I did. And
No.
we even, I have to say, toyed with the idea of not doing one this week because we just weren't sure that we had any ideas. But then I actually sat down and thought about it, and I've got loads.
We'll probably, while we're on the subject of that, we'll probably miss next weekend.
Yes.
Because Rachel is busy for the week and it is the Easter holiday, so we're just going to miss for 1 week.
Yeah.
And then we'll be back again after that.
Yes, I'm sure you'll understand.
Yes, you can just
I'm actually away the whole of Easter weekend, so from Good Friday onwards. And we like to film it over the weekend so that we've got lots of time to come up with ideas.
Yeah.
So it's best that we just give that one a miss. We'll be back the week after. And we will be pushing out a video next week, so you won't have a week without Stitch Sisters, just without What We Love this week.
You can always go back and binge watch all the previous ones if you want to. Right, do you want to start us off?
Yes, well, I'm going to start off. I think I have I kind of lost my sojo a bit this week. Don't worry, it won't be for long.
Is it hiding?
It's hiding, just hiding a little bit. And this kind of happens every now and then. So my kids went down to their nana's a few nights ago, and I've got a big weekend planned. I've got that drag night that I mentioned with my brother, and so my mind's been on lots and lots of other things. And I had loads of projects cut out. You might have seen on my Instagram stories. I'd cut out loads of projects, and that was my plan, to sew them all for the Easter holidays. And it's almost like I jinxed myself, because as soon as they were cut out, I was just like,
yeah,
I don't feel like sewing anymore.
I think you've needed a break though. I think that's maybe what's naturally happens.
Yeah, so I've been distracting myself with lots of other things, so most of my stuff isn't going to be sewing related this week. But, you know, on the subject of sojos, I think it's important to say that if you ever feel like you don't fancy it, then just give yourself a break. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
I think sometimes we beat ourselves up because we're like, oh, but everything I post is about sewing and now I haven't got anything to post and I'm going to sew. It's fine. Don't worry.
You're interesting without the sewing.
Yes,
so
and it will all be there afterwards, so don't worry about it.
I have been sewing this week, and I've had a bloody disastrous week, can I just say?
Oh no.
I have literally had the unpicker in my hand for 50% of the time that I've been sewing.
No.
So I've had a horrible week this week. I started a new project, which is a dress for my brother-in-law's wedding in June, and because it's Easter holidays, I wanted to get it done so that it was out of the way, so it didn't interfere with our projects and things that we've got coming up. And it's a simplicity dress. I can't remember the number of it, but I'll insert a picture. And it's got these lovely round sleeves, so it's got these scooped sleeves, and I must have sewn the hem on that sleeve 6 or 7 times because I'm using a satin backed crepe, which is lovely fabric from Minerva, but it just wasn't sitting right. It was bubbling, and then I tried to turn it once and it finally got it right, and then I turned it again and it was bubbling again, and I'm like, right, I'm just unpicking it, and the whole thing was a disaster. And then after I'd finally got them both hemmed, I sewed the wrong one onto the wrong armhole. I literally wanted to set fire to it in the garden. So I'm sharing that with you because I don't, you know, we all have days like that, and I had a proper day like that. There was a number of occasions where I just thought, I shouldn't be doing this. Something is telling me I just shouldn't be doing this, but I persevered. Yeah. And I now have a bodice with 2 sleeves on the right leg, but that's as far as I got. And I started a different project today because I just had enough of looking at it. So, and that one's gone a little bit better. When I did pick up the unpicker, because I saw the collar on upside down, that wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault. The instructions weren't very clear. Okay. It just said sew the collar to the neck, and then didn't give you any instruction, and there was no markings and there was no nothing. Okay. And I sewed it on, and then I flipped it the other way and I went, no, that's upside down, and unpicked it. But at least I did it once. It wasn't, the thing with the other one was that I did it 20 times, and it was just frustrating.
Oh, how frustrating.
So I am not in love with my unpicker this week, but it's awful.
But you couldn't be without it.
You couldn't be without it, no.
It's a love-hate relationship.
So you having no sojo, and the sojo I have is just go into pot.
Yes, I think maybe, I mean, I am, one thing I did finish off very early on this week was my jeans, my Farrah Fawcett jeans of dreams, I'm calling them. Everything that I love ends up being called something jeans. But I've wanted a pair of high-waisted 70s style jeans for ages, and I've never quite found the right pattern.
No.
And I did adapt the one that we bought in our Simplicity pattern haul video, which is Simplicity 8701. Now, I'm mentioning that here because I want to, unfortunately, tell all of you who said that you would love to have a class on those, and we had every intention of bringing you one. Having made them, I don't think that that's going to be an option. And the reason is this: if it was just sewing them, if it was just showing you how to sew them together, that, which is what we envisaged it would be, that would be perfectly fine as a class.
Yeah.
A very simple introduction to jeans, which is what we wanted from them. Unfortunately, I had to do so many adjustments to get them to fit me. It was just ridiculous. I can't remember the last time I had to adjust a pair of trousers that much was the Ultimate Trousers by Sew Over It. Anything that's flat fronted like that, anything that's really fitted, means that if you've got curves, you are going to have to make a lot of adjustments. So it was supposed to be a completely flat dartless front. Well, that wasn't going to work because if you don't have a super flat tummy, then you're going to get some unnecessary fabric there that you need to pinch out. So I needed to add darts. I had to lengthen the darts in the back. I had to lengthen the rise. I had to lengthen the leg. I had to take a good chunk, maybe 2.5 inches out of the centre back. I had to take another 1.25 inches out of centre front. So loads and loads and loads of adjustments. And unfortunately, what we don't want to do is put you guys in a situation where you're like, yay, jeans class. And that class doesn't show you how to fix all of those fit issues. But if we show you how to fix all of those fit issues, it's a whole different class, and it would take us forever to film. And so I think that one's just going to have to be put on pause for now until we've filmed a few more fitting tutorials.
Because then we can refer you to those.
Exactly.
And then that's why we're going to do all those. All those are like building blocks. So the bust adjustment or the sway back adjustment and everything like that are all building blocks, and then we can then do classes on top of it, and you can do the adjustment classes and know what you're doing.
That's
the
so
plan.
For now, the pattern based makes that we film will need to be ones that don't require fitting guidance until we've got those fitting tutorials up there. So we're not saying no, we're just saying not in the foreseeable future. So you're just going to have to be patient, I'm afraid. But we want you to have something at the end of the class that you're in love with, and not something that doesn't fit you.
No, and there's so many fit issues with trousers, and they're all different. And the thing is that we would have to cover every single adjustment that you could possibly make, because we don't know what your body shape is, and we don't know how the fit of these jeans would be on you. We know how they are on Rachel or how they are on me, but that doesn't mean that that's covering all the bases.
Yes, but we do know that the majority of you aren't lucky enough to just be able to buy something off the rack or make something in a single pattern size and have it fit you perfectly everywhere. And that's why we need to actually give you the fitting techniques first before we can do those kind of makes. So anyway, that explains that. All that aside, not wanting to rub your face in it, I love my jeans so much. They are amazing. I'm definitely making another pair in stretch denim to give me a little bit more breathing room.
even with all those adjustments, you still love them.
Oh, absolutely, yes. And now those adjustments are made and they're transferred back to the pattern, then the next pair will be a breeze. So I'm really in love with those.
Good.
So that's definitely something that I love this week.
They look gorgeous on you.
Excellent. So that aside, something else on a completely different subject that I thought I'd share with you that I love this week is last Friday night, we mentioned it in last week's What We Love This Week, we went out into Bath. We did. Went to see a guy called John Smith. It was an awesome night. It was. The bar that we ended up with at the end of the night, I tried a new whiskey. And it's called Peaky Blinders, which is a programme I love, and I am totally in love with Thomas Shelby. So that's another thing I love every week. Anyway, it is the nicest easy drinking whiskey that I have tried. So I just thought I'd put it out there. Turns out you can buy it on Amazon, you can buy it in lots of different places. It's by Sadler's and it's really not expensive. It's about £22 a bottle, which is really reasonable. So if you like whiskey, what I've found is that if you're going to drink Scotch whiskey, you need a really good one. one, single malt preferably for me anyway. But Irish whiskey is much more drinkable and it doesn't necessarily have to cost the earth.
No.
And so this one is a triple blended. It's one of those small batch craft places.
Whiskies, yes.
Sadler's actually make predominantly ales, but if whiskey's not your thing, then they also make a Peaky Blinders gin and a Peaky Blinders spiced rum. And I quite fancy all three of those, to be honest.
Yes.
But the whiskey in particular is something that I'm going to be adding to my shopping basket very soon. So just thought I'd share that with you in case any of you also like a little tipple.
So yesterday, the lovely ladies, Sewing in Spain, Rocco Sienna and So Sarah Smith announced the launch of their newest Sewing Together challenge. That's Sewing
Together for
Summer. So that was just too many words to come out of my mouth all at one time. And they launched it, and we are one of the sponsors, which is our first little sponsorship thing that we've done.
So it's the first time we've been asked.
We're giving away a prize, so one of our lovely classes. And I'm really excited about it because it's jumpsuits.
Yes.
So jumpsuits and dungarees and anything kind of like a one piece. It can be shorts, it can be culottes, it can be trousers, it can be anything. So and I'm really pleased they've opened it up this year, so it's much more inclusive for everyone. So you can find something that suits you.
Yes.
So go and follow them. So Sarah Smith has all the details on her blog, so we'll link to that underneath. And the deadline is June the 21st. So it's a good deadline as well. So I'm very excited about it.
I'm excited because I wanted to make a jumpsuit for last year where the theme was dresses, but I thought I didn't want another dress at the time and I wanted to make a jumpsuit. But unfortunately that was outside of the rules last year, so this year that is the rule. So woohoo!
I was looking at 70s patterns online, so I'm thinking I might do a nice little, and I might do a vintage one this year, something different.
Yes, I know immediately which one I'm going to do because I've been wanting an excuse to make the beach pyjamas by Decades of Style, or is it Now and Then? I can't remember. There's two types of beach pyjamas. One's from Now and Then patterns and one's from Decades of Style. I love them both. I haven't decided which, but there's one that's in my head and I can't remember which one it is.
We'll have to get it out of our
But
heads.
that's what I've immediately thought about because I keep coming back to that all the time. Never actually got around to making it for some reason.
Nice. Well, I haven't decided. I'm still looking. I found a pattern on eBay that I liked this morning, which is like a white sleeveless turtleneck, and then it gathers underneath the bust, and it's then black, like wide leg trousers. And I just thought it looked amazing. The minute I saw it, I thought, that's the one.
So you're going for slightly 70s.
Going for a slightly 70s, or I've seen a few with a front zip, which I think is going to be amazing. So I'm going to go for something completely crazy this year. I'm just probably going to go for it. So I haven't decided, and I'm going to make you wait.
Excellent, that's exciting. Cool, okay, so what else have we got to mention? I wanted to give a shout out to a couple of accounts who are big advocates of body positivity, and I love everything that they put out, and I just think if you ever have days where you struggle feeling good about your body,
every day.
Yes, that's the truth for most of us, and if you feel like your Instagram feed or whatever feed on various social media platforms is just full of beautiful people making you feel inadequate, then you need to follow these two people. So the first one is an Australian lady called Hailee Angel. She wears mainly thrifted stuff. She occasionally sews stuff as well, and she just does the most amazing pictures. They're so full of fun. She's actually a TV presenter over in Australia, I believe. And she just isn't afraid to show her body in all different situations, and she always looks amazing. And this video that made me want to mention it this week, she's been doing something called 12 Days of BOPO, which is body positivity for short. And she did this awesome little video of her dancing around in various bits of underwear, and it just cuts towards the other ones, and she's having a good shake of all her wobbly bits, and I think that's amazing, and I would love to have the confidence to do that. Maybe one day I will. I'm not quite there yet. But she looks absolutely stunning in all of her pictures and will definitely make you feel good. In the best possible way. The other lady that we both love, in fact you introduced me to her, is Style Me Sunday.
Yes, and she's just amazing.
She is amazing. She's so such a big advocate for body positivity, isn't she?
Women being fabulous the way they are. That's just basically, that's how she is. She is the way that she is, and she thinks everyone should be the same. And she doesn't shy away from talking about mental health issues and physical issues and medical issues and things like periods and menopause and all of that kind of stuff that we don't
things that
talk
are part
about
of life.
enough as women. And she's very much kind of like gathering this tribe of women who all think she's fabulous, because she is fabulous. So she's amazing. She's on holiday at the minute. She's swanning around looking fabulous
in all these bikinis. But that's another thing that I love about her, because I think watching these two women, normally when it comes to sort of packing for holiday or thinking about swimwear, I'm generally looking for something that covers as much as possible. Whereas I look at them and I just think, no, if I'm going to wear that skimpy bikini, I'm going to wear that skimpy bikini and I'm going to let it all hang out. Give it a good shake to some music whilst I'm doing it.
Absolutely.
So yes, if you fancy some joy in your lives, go and follow those two amazing ladies. They will inspire you every day, I guarantee.
Because they inspire us every day as well. So
yes.
It's fabulous. So I'm going to talk about makeup, because we get asked every week what highlighter we're using. Now, you don't use a highlighter. Nope. This is just her natural glow. But because I'm a bit paler and I do love a highlighter, so I thought I would show you which one I use. But not only that, I'm going to show you how I put it on. So we've got a little mini. We're going to have a little mini.
This is news to me.
Yeah. I just thought I would bring it. So it's a Benefit one. So it's Benefit High Beam, and you get a little pot, and it's 13 mils, and this is about £26, something like that. But I can say this is about 2/3 full or third full, and I've had this for years.
I did used to wear that,
because you don't use very much.
They do one called Moonbeam as well, don't they?
Yes,
I used to have both.
They do various ones, but I like the High Beam because it's more pinky. I don't know if the Moonbeam is.
I think the Moonbeam is just supposed to be for at night.
Oh, okay. So High Beam is for every day. And what I do this at the end of putting my makeup on, and all I do is on the top of my cheekbones, I put a few little dabs like that, and then I just pat it to kind of make it disappear. And it will disappear. You can put this anywhere, but you can see that all of a sudden you've got lots of
razor-sharp cheekbones.
I also put it there.
Oh yeah.
So just on the top there. And because I've got quite wide set eyes, I get these divots, dark divots on the inside of my nose there. And so I just put a little blob there. And now I'm going to be one-sided. I'm going to have to do the other side before I go out later, because otherwise I'll just be shiny on one side. And I just tap that in and kind of run it up into underneath my my eyebrow there. And that is how I put on my highlighter. Now, it doesn't have to be the High Beam one, because I know it's quite expensive. I have another one from MUA, which is available from Superdrug, and again, it's in a stick. And that's really nice, because I can just rub my finger on the top of it and I just dab it on as well. And that's about £3. So you've got both options. However your budget may work. I love both of them. But I just thought this is the one that I most commonly used when we're filming. So I would bring this one and do your little demo today. So there you are.
That's nice.
Remind me later. I'm only shiny on one side. I'll just sit like this now.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I hope that answers all your questions, because we get asked it a lot.
We do. Yes, we also had somebody tell us last week that we both have amazing skin. So thank you for that. That was brilliant. That's what you want to hear when you're our age. Which brings me on to my next thing that I want to share with you. I happened to come across a blog post this week from one of the magazines. I think it was Vogue or something like that. And it was bloggers that you should follow, style bloggers over 40.
Okay.
So I started looking into them on Instagram, various other things, and I came across these range of hashtags that you can follow for people who are incredibly stylish and are over 40. And I think that a lot of women, it's less common these days, but there is still a lot of women out there that have told themselves that they're too old to be worrying about fashion, that they wear what they wear and they like what they like, and they shouldn't try new things because that will make them look silly. And that you should dress your age and all that sort of stuff. Well, we don't agree with that in the slightest, and nor do any of these women. So if you fancy some inspiration, the hashtags I would recommend, there's 3 of them. One of them is hashtag over 40s style. The next one is in reverse, so hashtag style over 40. And then the final one is hashtag fashion over 40.
Fabulous.
So all 3 of those will help you find all sorts of phenomenal women, and you've got everything from high fashion to street style fashion to high street fashion. Covers such a wide range, but just really, really inspirational, beautiful pictures, beautiful way of putting things together. Really different looks, you know. There's not like one sort of or 2 styles amongst them. Everybody is totally different ages.
It's hard sometimes, I think, as a slightly older woman to imagine how you would put something together if you're seeing it on a 20-year-old or even a 15-year-old sometimes in some of the clothes adverts. So actually seeing it or being inspired by someone who's more your age is much better, I think.
And we know that especially on YouTube, we have a lot of our followers are in that age category. So maybe go and check them out. Exactly, and see if you can find some inspiration.
Fabulous. Now, I know that we have just filled our boots, as they say, with the Simplicity pattern sale. But the Vogue pattern sale is now up and running. So I'm very excited about that because
what's a girl to do?
It doesn't come around very often.
No.
And when it does, I just love the Vogue patterns. I just think there's something extra special and extra stylish about them. So we are going to be buying some. So you have the option now. You can vote and you can let us know downstairs underneath whether you want us to do a Vogue pattern haul, because we've ordered some, but we don't want to overload you with loads of pattern haul videos if you're not interested. And we're also not committing to making any of these at any point. We have ordered some for holidays.
We have got plans. We just can't guarantee timescales, and they are just plans.
Yeah, exactly. But if you just want to hear what our random thoughts are and what we're inspired by these patterns,
what we chose and why,
then we'll do a pattern haul for you. So just let us know if you're interested. Otherwise, head over to your favorite online sewing shop and you can buy all the patterns yourself.
Yes, we get ours from Minerva because we joined the Minerva Craft Club. Which you can pay, I think, £20.
£20 per year.
And that gives you 10% off of all your purchases. So we buy plenty from Minerva. So over the course of a year, we definitely get our 20 quid's worth.
One other thing I was going to mention, I know that I've just mentioned the Vogue pattern sale, but I had a little shopping trip recently, and I went into Lush. And I haven't been in there for years, and I used to love their products, and I just wanted to treat myself to something. I wanted a face mask, I wanted something that was a bit of pampering, and I thought, I'll go in there and I'll get something. And you know, the whole shop gives me joy. It's fabulous, it smells amazing. Everything is ethically made. It's all made by hand. You know that they've tested everything the way that they should do, and I just love their products. So I just wanted to give them a little shout out for being a sort of small British brand who are doing really well, and I love their products, and I've decided I'm treating myself to their products more often. I've got my eye on their salt scrub next, which I remember I had, and I used to have a tub of it in the shower, and it's got big chunks of proper sea salt in it, and it's just amazing.
That would be good to get your skin holiday ready.
Yes, and it's almost like an oil base underneath, if that makes any sense. So you're scrubbing the dead skin off with the salt, but then the oil is moisturising you, and as you come out the shower, my skin feels amazing.
So I'm going to get some of that as well. Sounds great.
But I bought this lovely, it was a green tea face mask that goes on, seaweed green, but it's really, really nice. It's made out of it's like a gel base, so they do fresh ones which you need to keep in the fridge. This one is a gel base because I didn't want to keep it in the fridge. I didn't want to have to go and get it and then come back up, because I would just not do it if that was, I wanted it in the bathroom. And so I bought that, and then I bought 2 body oil things, one for the face, which is a bar that you rub on as a moisturiser, which has got argan oil in it, and then an almond oil body one as well. So it's like a little bar and you just rub it in, and it's really nice and easy. So I just love them, and I just thought I would give them a little shout out.
Yeah, good idea. And you're just making me realise that I don't do nearly enough to take care of my skin, and I really probably should. Now that I am in the over 40 category, I probably should be doing more to take care of it.
I'm not saying I use it every day, but I am saying that I'm trying.
Well, that's all you can do. That's all you can do. So the final thing thing that I thought I would mention is I've been kind of looking into other crafts this week, and I love sewing, and that will always be my first love, but I do also like little quick things that you can get your crafty fix from. And so I've just made myself, literally just this afternoon, a couple of hours ago, a macrame plant hanger. I've had my eye on them for ages, and I've seen them in a few places, TK Maxx and IKEA and various places, but I've never let myself buy one because I always think it's just not. Surely I can do that.
Yes.
And so after a little bit of web-based research, I did make one, and I made it out of some wool to start off with. I've got some rope, but I wanted to do it with wool first to test it out, and actually I really like it with the wool. I bought this big chunky variegated wool. And also I've seen them made from old t-shirts as well, where you cut it into strips and do it that way.
Nice.
So I might try that as well. But it was
Jersey scraps.
Yeah, exactly. But it was so much fun, and it literally took 5 minutes. And if you wanted, we could do a quick blog post about it if you wanted us to do that.
We could do a little tutorial.
Yeah. So comment below if you fancy us showing you how to make a little macrame pot holder. But one of the things that got me thinking about macrame, and also it led me to find another couple of awesome craft-based things that you can go and look at, is the new Instagram search categories. So if you've not seen it yet, when you click on the search button, it actually has categories right across the top now, so you can click on DIY or beauty or fashion or style, home, whatever, and it narrows down obviously the selection and just helps you find all sorts of new people. So a couple of the things that I found that I love is I found a new embroidery person, I'm sure she doesn't embroidery person.
She's an embroideress.
Who has the best Instagram name ever, Fiance Knowles. Which is the whole reason I clicked on it, because I saw the name and I was like, oh, I've got to check that out. It's just the most amazing embroidery. The most random stuff as well. So like everything from one of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air to a pair of Converse that she embroidered over the whole of the canvas area. Just brilliant. Really brilliant.
Yeah.
And then the other one is one called crafts.feed, which is mesmerizing. So it's full of these tiny little craft videos. They're kind of sped up. There's maybe music, but there's generally not talking. And they only last as long as an Instagram video lasts. I don't know, 30 seconds, 50 seconds maximum. And they're just mesmerizing. So there's this one where somebody painting a tile, and they're doing it like you would ice those sugar biscuits, so it's in a squeezy bottle, probably watered down, maybe with PVA glue in it or something. And they're colouring in between the lines, and they've done the whole thing in like 50 seconds, and it looks amazing. And I've watched it about 10 times. It's like hypnotic or something. And there's all sorts of other crafts on there as well, so go check them out if you fancy it.
Oh, that sounds great.
So there you go, a bumper edition of what we love this week.
Woohoo! We'll be back. Well, we won't be back next week because we're having a little break.
We are.
And then we'll be back the week after with our normal Sunday session.
Indeed we will. But we will be bringing to you later this week a how-to on how to make a plissé skirt. A pleated skirt from your own measurements. So make sure you don't miss that.
We'll see you next week. Bye.